What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and Battlefield 2042 from the very beginning has been a complete and total disaster. They have lost 95% of their player base after the game launch that was buggy, that did not work on some platforms, and with features in it that either fans didn't ask for or that they absolutely did not want. And now EA is admitting to all of this. Take a look at the headline. EA says Battlefield 2042 did not meet expectations. The company notes that it is fully committed to the game's future. For the most part, EA's most recent quarterly earnings statement was a positive one. And indeed, they basically said they had the most profitable month in history, or the most profitable quarter in history, in large part due to Apex Legends and FIFA and things like that. But the big downside of the entire report was Battlefield 2042. The launch of Battlefield 2042 did not meet expectations, EA CEO Andrew Wilson said during the earnings call. The game, which launched in November after a last-minute delay, was built on the idea of scale, with gigantic multiplayer battles and even dynamic weather. According to Wilson, that ambition, combined with the challenges of developing a game remotely, are what led to Battlefield 2042's ongoing issues. Of course, yes, the COVID excuse. Yes, no one was able to do anything during COVID. That must just be it. Battlefield 2042 is always an ambitious game, and our team's push to innovate across many dimensions, including massive scale, 128 player matches, new modes, new dynamic gameplay, and more. Developing this game with our teams working from home nearly 2 years ago, or for nearly 2 years, ultimately proved to be challenging. Though our processes for testing and preparation, we believed the experience was ready to be put into our players' hands. We launched with strong stability, but as more players experienced the full game, it became clear there were unanticipated performance issues. And then finally, they admit to something that everyone has been saying. Some of the design choices we made with the game also did not resonate with everyone in the community. So of course, this is for their investors, so they're putting a nice spin on the entire thing. But the reality is, a ton of people did not like what they were trying to do with this game, and obviously there were problems. They made a last-minute delay, but it was not enough. They should have delayed the game further, like everyone was saying, but they wanted to get it out in the final quarter. They wanted to get out for the holiday season, just like we've seen with Cyberpunk, just like we've seen with all these games that were absolutely not ready to go. And unfortunately, it's become the standard in the industry. And Gundam said something interesting about this. I want to go to this first. Had Battlefield listened to its fan base, delay the game, and fix all the issues, this wouldn't have happened. It's like the entertainment industry learned nothing from Sonic's success. Yes, EA did not want to fix it. They didn't want to listen to their fans, and now they're paying the price. When you look at the Steam charts for Battlefield, you realize that in November, it had 100,000 players at launch. I think the average for November was around 50,000 people. Let's look. Yeah, average for November, 51,000 average players. Well, in December, that creeped down to 20. In January, that creeped down to 7. And now we're sitting here in the beginning of February with 4,000 people playing this game. Battlefield 5 has more players at peak than Battlefield 2042 does, and that's saying something. And in conjunction with this, admission that it did not do well, they refused to acknowledge how many sales it actually had, but they're saying it performed well below our expectations. What else did we get? Well, we get an update and learn, what do you know? Season 1 is going to be delayed until sometime in the summer. It's almost like you should have done this from the beginning, but they didn't want to. They wanted to get all those pre-orders in. They wanted to get the hype for the game, for the holiday season, all of this, instead of just being patient and listening to the fans. But some people do have hope that maybe this means they're actually going to fix it. Let's see what they say here. You've waited patiently to hear from us about what we're doing to address the issues with Battlefield 2042, and you've told us about the direction you can expect from us in the months ahead. We're taking on multiple fronts to address feedback and implement extensive fixes, key features that are important to you, and getting team play where it needs to be. After the release of an update in early March, which will include improvements to scoreboard, subsequent updates will prioritize work that will include voice communication, player profile, tighter squad loop, including refined ping system, feedback-based improvements to gunplay, improved reward loop, expanded tools, modes, and tweaks to player experiences. With a focus on improving these core elements, we've made a big decision to move Season 1 to the early summer. When it arrives in early summer, it will mark the start of a year where we'll deliver 4 seasons, 4 new specialists and new locations, along with more new content. So we'll see if, EA, they say they're committed to fixing it. They say they want to put in all the money and all the work. I guess we'll see. That remains to be seen if EA will actually do that or not. But there's no denying that Battlefield 2042 is a massive, massive disappointment for EA. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.